This touching interaction between North Korean leader Kim Jong Un and his daughter captivated attention during a military parade in Pyongyang. Within the secretive confines of North Korea, a land defined by layers of mystery and concentrated power, is a narrative seldom uncovered. Amid political tension and global fascination stands a figure cloaked in enigma. First introduced to the public eye by basketball icon Dennis Rodman back in 2013. Since then, Kim Jong-un has emerged as a notable presence in North Korea. Making her first public appearance in 2022, she frequently accompanies her father at various high-profile events, sparking rumors about her possible future role as the nation's leader. In this video, I will uncover the hidden life of Kim Jong-un's daughter. Let me introduce you to Kim Jong-un. The Kim family's rule spans 3 generations, steering North Korea since its inception. The legacy began with Kim Il-sung, the nation's founder and inaugural leader, continued by his son, Kim Jong-il, who led for several decades until his passing in 2011. Currently serving as North Korea's supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, who took the reins of power in the same year, is now 42 years old and has frequently been the subject of speculation regarding his health. Nonetheless, gathering reliable information from North Korea remains a challenging endeavor. One undeniable fact, however, is Kim Jong-un's recent decision to prominently involve his young daughter, Kim Jong-un, in public appearances. Her introduction at official events began in late 2022, at which point she was only about 9 years old. Within North Korean tradition, involving family members in such a public manner is widely interpreted as a move foreshadowing succession. By bringing Kim Jong-un into the spotlight, Kim Jong-un appears to be signaling her potential importance in the nation's future leadership. Although it's impossible to confirm whether she will ultimately lead the country, her visible presence at significant events suggests she is being carefully prepared for a prominent political role. So, why does Kim Jong-un's inclusion carry such weight? The answer lies in its profound implications, which extend far beyond mere ceremonial gestures. In a nation as shrouded in secrecy as North Korea, each gesture and public appearance is meticulously staged, carrying significant symbolic meaning. The presence of Kim Jong-un at these events serves as a calculated effort to highlight the stability and longevity of the Kim dynasty. By presenting her to the public, North Korea's officials aim to deliver a powerful message. The regime is unwavering and built to endure for future generations. Recently, America witnessed an encounter that could only be described as bizarre. Who was the first American to cross paths with North Korea's new leader? None other than the flamboyant former basketball player, Dennis Rodman. An unusual bond between her father, Kim Jong-un, and Rodman played a key role in drawing attention to Kim Jong-un. During a 2013 visit to North Korea, Rodman disclosed her existence in an interview with The Guardian. This discovery generated international fascination, offering a rare glimpse into the elusive dynamics of the Kim dynasty. In the years that followed, Kim Jong-un emerged as a recognizable figure, frequently appearing alongside her father at numerous public engagements. These increasingly prominent appearances have drawn global attention, igniting discussions about her potential future as North Korea's next leader. Back in 2013, Dennis Rodman garnered significant media buzz when he visited North Korea and formed an unexpected camaraderie with Kim Jong-un. Known for his larger-than-life personality, the eccentric former NBA star bonded with the authoritarian leader, who shared a mutual passion for basketball. During his time in North Korea, Rodman spent moments with Kim and his family. It was during one such interaction that Rodman disclosed the existence of Kim Jong-un, the daughter of Kim Jong-un and his wife, Ri Sol-ju. In a conversation with The Guardian, Rodman reflected on the encounter, saying, "I held their baby, Jong-un, and chatted with Miss Ri as well. Kim is a dedicated father with a wonderful family. He's a fantastic man who loves basketball and genuinely seeks to build bridges through sports and cultural exchanges." Dennis Rodman's disclosure shone a spotlight on Kim Jong-un, drawing global attention to the enigmatic Kim family and their private lives. This rare insight offered a peek into the secretive existence of North Korea's leader, who is famously known for avoiding public scrutiny. Yet, questions have arisen regarding the accuracy of the name Kim Jong-un. A report from Business Insider revealed that a former South Korean intelligence officer alleged Rodman misidentified the child's name during his interview with The Guardian. The source suggested her actual name might be Yoonju, speculating that a misunderstanding between Rodman and Kim Jong-un led to the error. Conversely, Radio Free Asia reported that North Korean citizens named Jong-un had been ordered to change their names, implying Rodman's version of her name could indeed be accurate. Regardless of this ongoing debate, the acknowledgement of Kim Jong-un's existence stands as a pivotal moment in North Korea's narrative. It offered a rare opportunity to glimpse the future generation of the Kim dynasty. Since the revelation, Kim Jong-un has regularly appeared alongside her father at multiple events, fueling rumors about her potential rise as North Korea's next leader. It is believed that Kim Jong-un has 2 additional children, though they have remained out of the public eye. Unlike Kim Jong-un, speculation hints that one of these children might have a disability, which could underscore Kim Jong-un's potential role as the likely successor. The revelation of Kim Jong-un's existence was tied to Dennis Rodman, whose unusual relationship with Kim Jong Un brought not only her into the spotlight, but also scrutiny of their peculiar friendship. Their bond drew widespread criticism from the international community, as Rodman faced backlash for his association with a regime long criticized for its controversies. Despite the uproar, Rodman's involvement plays a prominent role in Kim Jong Un's narrative, illustrating the surprising complexities that can emerge in both global diplomacy and personal connections. However, Kim Jong Un isn't the only woman considered to have a claim to power. Another influential figure, often called either the most dangerous or powerful woman in North Korea, is Kim Yo-jong. Over time, Kim Yo-jong has demonstrated her commitment to the Kim dynasty, earning her the title of North Korea's Red Princess. Kim Yo-jong, born on September 26, 1987, in Pyongyang, North Korea, is the youngest daughter of Kim Jong-il, the former leader of North Korea, and his partner, Ko Young-wi. Raised within the highly secretive environment of the Kim dynasty, she spent much of her early years residing at her mother's home alongside her siblings. Her life shifted direction unexpectedly when, from 1996 until December 2000, she was sent abroad to Bern, Switzerland, for her education. During this period, she attended Lieberfeldstein-Holzli Public School under the alias Pak Mi-yang. This overseas experience fostered a close bond with her elder brother, Kim Jong Un, who was also studying in Switzerland at the same time. Upon eventually returning to her homeland in Pyongyang, Kim Yo-jong enrolled at Kim Il-sung University, where she earned a degree in computer science. Excelling academically, she demonstrated both intellect and commitment, laying the groundwork for her eventual foray into politics. While her youth may appear relatively typical at first glance, the exceptional circumstances of growing up within the Kim family offer her a glimpse into the intricate operations of North Korea's leadership from an early stage. Her unique upbringing undoubtedly influenced her perspective and equipped her for the political responsibilities that awaited her. Kim Yo-jong stepped into politics in 2007 when she assumed the role of a junior cadre within North Korea's ruling Workers' Party of Korea, WPK. Reports suggest she was mentored at the time by either her father, Kim Jong-il, or her aunt, Kim Kyung-hui, both of whom were key figures in the party's hierarchy. Over the years, Kim Yo-jong became deeply involved in facilitating her father's plans for a dynastic transfer of power. She actively contributed to this effort as part of the National Defense Commission and her father's personal administrative team, ensuring a seamless handover of leadership to her brother, Kim Jong-un. Her commitment and reliability were noted by those around her. By March 2009, Kim Yo-jong began appearing publicly alongside her father, standing among a select group of trusted relatives and advisors during official events. Although initially her presence passed largely unnoticed, she began to draw greater attention in September 2010 when she was seen attending the WPK's third conference. What started as low-profile appearances eventually transitioned into moments of public acknowledgement. In December 2011, at Kim Jong-il's funeral, she took a prominent position beside Kim Jong-un, joining senior party officials and bowing before their father's casket. This pivotal event marked an important step in her growing influence and visibility within North Korea's ruling structure. In the following years, Kim Yo-jong's prominence within the party steadily increased. Her first acknowledgement by state media came in March 2014 when she joined her brother to cast a vote for the Supreme People's Assembly. Shortly thereafter, she was identified as a senior official within the WPK Central Committee, firmly establishing herself in the party's hierarchy. By October of that year, Kim Yo-jong began handling state affairs on her brother's behalf during his period of medical recovery. Her role expanded further the next month when she was appointed first deputy director of the party's propaganda and agitation department. This position placed her at the forefront of shaping public opinion about her brother's leadership and bolstering the Kim family's idolization efforts. Over time, her authority within the regime continued to grow. By October 2017, she had secured a significant advancement by becoming an alternate member of the Politburo, a powerful decision-making body, a position only one other woman had attained before her. This promotion fueled speculation about her potential as a future successor to Kim Jong-un. As a major player within the Workers' Party of Korea, Kim Yo-jong has been pivotal in reinforcing her brother's grip on power and spearheading efforts to amplify the cult of personality centered on the Kim dynasty. She frequently joins Kim Jong-un on his field guidance visits, cementing her status as one of his most reliable advisors and close confidants. Beyond her significant role within North Korea, Kim Yo-jong's influence has also made waves internationally. In recent years, she has acted as a special envoy, representing her brother in diplomatic missions and engagements with foreign nations. One highly notable example of her diplomatic involvement occurred at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. During this historic event, she attended the opening ceremony, making history as the first member of the Kim dynasty to set foot in South Korea since the Korean War. Her attendance drew global attention and hinted at a possible shift towards improved inter-Korean relations. While in South Korea, Kim Yo-jong had an official meeting with the country's president, Moon Jae-in, where she personally delivered a letter from Kim Jong-un. This interaction, along with the dialogue that ensued between the two leaders, was widely interpreted as a meaningful stride towards fostering communication and reconciliation between the two Koreas. Kim Yo-jong's duties as a special envoy did not end there, as she later accompanied her brother during major diplomatic events such as the 2018 North Korea-United States-Singapore Summit and the 2019 North Korea-United States-Hanoi Summit. Her participation in these prominent negotiations underscored both her rising influence and the confidence Kim Jong Un has in her abilities. Beyond her role in critical summits, Kim Yo-jong has made official announcements on behalf of the Workers' Party of Korea. For instance, in March 2020, she conveyed a statement in her capacity as the party's first deputy department director. Such declarations highlight her expanding influence in shaping North Korea's foreign policy and demonstrate her skill in articulating the regime's stance to the international arena. However, Kim Yo-jong's diplomatic activities have not been without criticism. In January 2017, she was added to the United States Department of the Treasury's specially designated nationals list due to alleged human rights violations within North Korea. This listing emphasized her role in the regime's operations and drew attention to global concerns about the nation's human rights record. While some interpret her diplomatic engagements as a sign of potential policy shifts or openness, others remain doubtful, given her connection to a government widely regarded for its authoritarian practices. Regardless, her growing presence on the global stage has undeniably heightened international attention on North Korea and sparked debate over the nation's potential trajectory. The secret life of Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un's early years offer intriguing insights into the development of a leader who would eventually rise to dictator status. Kim was born sometime in the early 1980s, though the precise year of his birth has never been disclosed. He was the son of Kim Jong-il and Ko Young-hee, two prominent and influential figures in North Korea. From an early age, Kim was prepared to step into a leadership role, positioned to uphold his family's dynastic hold over the country. Very little is publicly known about Kim's childhood, as the regime meticulously guards every detail about its leaders. It is widely believed, however, that he spent part of his youth in Pyongyang, the capital city, where he had access to elite educational opportunities. Recognizing Kim's abilities, his father ensured he was provided with the finest education. At one point, Kim was enrolled in a boarding school in Switzerland, where he assumed the alias Park-un to protect his real identity. While living in Switzerland, Kim led a life starkly different from that in North Korea, blending into his surroundings. Reportedly, he was a reserved student with a good sense of humor, managing to keep his background concealed from those around him. According to Michelle Reeson, who taught subjects such as sports, math, and German at the school, Kim participated quietly and unassumingly. He even had him as a homeroom teacher. Kim was a decent student, though not particularly remarkable. While he tried to stay under the radar, occasional hints of his true personality shone through. He had a well-known passion for basketball and greatly admired the iconic Michael Jordan. This love for sports would later play a role in shaping his public image as he worked to establish himself as a dynamic and commanding leader. Following his education in Switzerland, Kim returned to North Korea to engage in military training, which served as the start of his swift climb within the country's political and military hierarchy. With the guidance of his father, Kim rapidly rose to prominence within the regime, earning the confidence and backing of influential figures. In 2011, his life took a dramatic turn when Kim Jong-il passed away, creating a leadership void in North Korea. At just 27 years old, Kim Jong-un stepped into the role of supreme leader, becoming the third generation of his family to take on this mantle. When Kim Jong-un ascended to power, his leadership spurred a mix of intrigue and apprehension from the international community, as many speculated about the kind of ruler he would become. Right from the start of his tenure, Kim governed with absolute authority, carrying forward his family's legacy of authoritarian rule. He strengthened his control over North Korea by curtailing freedoms, exerting strict power over its citizens, and subduing any opposition. Under his leadership, the regime gained a reputation for severe human rights violations, including political oppression, the operation of forced labor camps, and widespread censorship. Despite being young and relatively inexperienced, Kim swiftly established himself as North Korea's uncontested leader. He consolidated his power with substantial backing from the military and influential figures within the ruling elite. His administration maintained a close alignment with China, relying heavily on Beijing's economic and political assistance to prop up North Korea's struggling economy. Upon assuming the role of supreme leader, Kim Jong-un quickly worked to reinforce his authority and establish firm control over the nation. His rule has been defined in part by an uneasy dynamic with the United States, featuring sharp exchanges and high-stakes diplomatic efforts that have captured global attention. From the outset, Kim made it evident that he had no intention of shying away from confrontation. He labeled the United States as North Korea's primary adversary and pledged to safeguard his nation against any perceived dangers. This confrontational approach paved the way for a series of pivotal events that would define his time in power. Among the most notable aspects of Kim's dealings with the United States were his meetings with then President Donald Trump. These groundbreaking encounters captured global headlines and sparked optimism for easing the long-standing tension between the two nations. The inaugural summit, which took place in Singapore in 2018, was a momentous occasion that brought together two famously unpredictable leaders. During their discussions, Kim and Trump sat face-to-face to deliberate on critical topics like denuclearization and the lifting of economic sanctions. The world looked on as the pair traded courtesies and expressed aspirations for a renewed era of collaboration. Yet, the meeting ultimately fell short of achieving tangible results, leaving significant issues unresolved. Despite this, Kim and Trump cultivated a relatively cordial rapport, exchanging personal letters and voicing mutual admiration. A second meeting, held in Hanoi in 2019, sought to capitalize on the progress made during their first encounter. Yet again, the discussions concluded without an agreement, prompting many to doubt Kim's genuine interest in pursuing denuclearization. Throughout his engagements with the United States, Kim has demonstrated a keen aptitude for diplomacy and strategic negotiations. He has consistently wielded the nuclear threat as a bargaining tool, adopting brinkmanship to extract concessions from the global community. This tactic has perpetuated a climate of unease worldwide, with persistent concerns over the possibility of nuclear conflict. Beyond his dealings with the U.S., Kim has preserved a strong partnership with China. The two nations share a multifaceted history, with China offering North Korea critical political and economic support. This relationship has enabled Kim to maneuver on the global stage with greater assurance, bolstered by the knowledge that he has a formidable ally in Beijing. Despite strained relations and unproductive negotiations, Kim's hold on power within North Korea remains unshaken. He continues to stifle opposition and exert control over media and communication outlets. His regime is infamous for its human rights violations, with numerous accounts detailing political oppression, forced labor camps, and strict censorship measures. The health of Kim Jong Un and the stability of his regime have long been topics of fascination and concern. Due to North Korea's notoriously secretive leadership and the scarcity of reliable information, countless rumors and theories have emerged about Kim's condition and the nation's future. In 2021, his significant weight loss drew attention both domestically and internationally. Many observers noted his gaunt appearance, leading to widespread speculation about his health and the strength of his leadership. This dramatic change in his physical appearance sparked rumors of serious medical issues, with some reports claiming he had undergone heart surgery. Nevertheless, such claims remain unverified, as the regime meticulously controls all details about its leadership. This ambiguity surrounding Kim's health has prompted questions about the regime's succession plans. As the head of a dynastic rule, determining who might take over if Kim can no longer lead is a critical matter. In November 2022, Kim made a rare move by presenting his daughter, Kim Ji, to the public, which immediately triggered discussions about her potential role in the country's future. This unexpected development added yet another layer of complexity to North Korea's already opaque political landscape. In February 2023, Kim vanished from public view for a total of 36 days, intensifying existing rumors about his well-being. This unexpected disappearance of the supreme leader sparked fears over the regime's stability and possible struggles for power during his absence. Yet, Kim eventually resurfaced, urging the nation to brace itself for potential conflict. Shortly after his return, a grand military parade was held, featuring North Korea's largest ever presentation of intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. This dramatic display of military strength sent ripples of alarm through the global community. The intensified missile launches and the overt show of force have only amplified worldwide apprehension over North Korea's objectives. International observers continue to scrutinize these developments, recognizing the grave risks posed by the regime's advancing nuclear ambitions on both regional and global security. The reclusive nature of the regime, combined with the restricted flow of information, allows speculation and rumors to thrive. As tensions escalate, global attention remains fixed on North Korea, acutely aware that major shifts in leadership could bring profound and unpredictable consequences. The line of succession. For generations, power within North Korea has been concentrated in the hands of the Kim family, a legacy that has shaped the nation's governance since the aftermath of World War II. This dynastic rule began with Kim Il-sung, the founding figure who steered the country in its earliest days. Kim Il-sung, born in 1912, was a prominent guerrilla fighter who resisted Japanese rule in Korea and later aligned with the Soviet Union during World War II. Following the end of the conflict, he established control over the northern portion of Korea, which eventually became North Korea. In 1948, Kim Il-sung was named leader of the newly declared Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Although he formally assumed the presidency in 1972, he had effectively run the state as premier since its founding. Kim Il-sung had numerous spouses and children, though the exact number of his offspring is shrouded in mystery due to the regime's highly secretive nature. It is widely believed he fathered 2 children, including his successor Kim Jong-il, with his first wife, Kim Jong-suk. With his second wife, Kim Sung-hee, it is said he had 3 additional children, and there are rumors of other children born out of wedlock. After Kim Il-sung passed away in 1994, leadership was handed to his son Kim Jong-il. Known for his secretive personality, Kim Jong-il governed North Korea with authoritarian rule until his death in 2011. Throughout his time in power, he upheld the family's cult of personality and enforced the military-first policy, or Sun Gun, prioritizing the armed forces above all else. However, it's believed that he lacked any prior military experience. Recent images reveal a rare display of emotion from the young leader. After Kim Jong-il's death, his youngest son, Kim Jong Un, rose to power. Kim Jong Un quickly gained international attention through his missile launches and fiery confrontations with global figures, particularly former U.S. President Donald Trump. He became North Korea's prominent public figure, yet much about his family remained cloaked in mystery. Following the footsteps of his father and grandfather, Kim Jong Un has chosen to keep most details about his family life shielded from public view. Although he has an older brother, Kim Jong-il, and is believed to have 2 sons, none of them appear to be viable candidates for succession. The issue of who will lead North Korea after Kim Jong-un weighs heavily, as the nation faces uncertainty about its future leadership. Amid ongoing speculation regarding Kim Jong-un's health, uncertainties continue to grow over who might assume control if he dies. North Korea's succession process is fraught with complications, particularly due to the absence of a definitive heir. Although Kim Jong-un has a surviving brother, Kim Jong-il, and is thought to have 2 sons, it appears improbable that any of them would ascend to leadership. Kim Jong-il, being the elder sibling of Kim Jong-un, was at one point viewed as a possible heir to their father, Kim Jong-il. Nonetheless, he was reportedly deemed unsuitable for the role, with some accounts even claiming he was dismissed as being too effeminate. Consequently, this left the line of succession somewhat ambiguous. Another individual once seen as a successor was Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of Kim Jong-un. Tragically, Kim Jong-nam's life was abruptly ended in February 2017 when he fell victim to an elaborate assassination plot. Allegedly carried out by North Korean operatives, his death not only unsettled the regime, but also raised concerns about threats to Kim Jong-un's authority. Amid these uncertainties, growing emphasis has been placed on Kim Jong-un's younger sister, Kim Yo-jong, who has become a prominent figure in the regime. She is now considered a key power player and has even been labeled as the most influential woman in North Korea. In 2017, Kim Jong-un appointed his sister as the head of the Workers' Party of Korea's propaganda department, strengthening her status within the leadership structure. Kim Yo-jong has acted as a representative for the regime during several international events, most notably at the 2018 Winter Olympics held in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Her appearances on the world stage have fueled discussions about her potential to succeed her brother. Nonetheless, doubts persist regarding whether North Korea would accept a woman as its leader, given the nation's history of exclusively male rulers. Adding further complexity to the matter of succession is the reported existence of Kim Jong-un's children. While Pyongyang has not officially acknowledged his offspring, South Korean intelligence reports suggest he has 3 young children, with the eldest believed to be a boy. Their youth and the surrounding secrecy, however, make it improbable that any of them would be prepared to take over leadership roles soon. The only public information hinting about Kim's children stems from former NBA player Dennis Rodman, who has formed an unusual friendship with Kim Jong-un. Rodman claims to have held Kim's 2nd child, reportedly a daughter named Ju Ai, though the accuracy of his account remains uncertain. A potential power struggle in North Korea carries profound implications for both the nation and the global stage. With no apparent successor to Kim Jong-un, concerns arise regarding the regime's stability and continuity. Let's delve into the possible effects of such a scenario. Domestically, internal conflict could trigger political turbulence and deepen divisions among the ruling elite. Competing factions might strive for dominance, resulting in infighting or even violent clashes. This unrest could hinder government operations and potentially create a leadership void, making the country susceptible to outside influence. The North Korean military, a cornerstone of regime power, would likely play a pivotal role during such a struggle. Rival factions could attempt to secure the military's allegiance, leading to potential splits within its ranks. The faction commanding military support might ultimately decide the outcome of this contest for power. Beyond North Korea, this instability could ripple across the region, impacting neighboring nations and a larger global community. The potential for a power vacuum or the fall of the regime sparks worries about the safety and management of North Korea's nuclear arsenal and other military resources. Such a situation could seriously jeopardize regional stability. And with that, we've reached the conclusion of this video. To watch more content like this, check out the card displayed on your screen.